The deals have been done, the faxes have been switched off, and the transfer window is finally closed until January. So now that the dust has settled on a day of frenetic activity, here is a story of deadline day on Football Spy Online, right here at the Daily Mirror's offices, where the lights have gone out. Before we do, some late breaking news for you. The Chelsea midfielder Lassana Diarra, he's moved to Arsenal before the deadline on what we have only been told is a long-term deal. Also, another deal that's happened in the last hour or so, Stephen Naismith, one of the longest-running sagas north of the border, he's gone to from Kilmarnock to Rangers for £1.9 million on a 5-year deal. Also, Henri Camara, he's gone to West Ham on a year-long loan from Wigan, while Noel Solano, he signed for the Hammers on a permanent deal, clearly a replacement for Kieran Dyer. Newcastle, they've snapped up 29-year-old Senegalese defender Habib Beye. We've been telling you all day that one would happen. They've signed him from Marseille. And Sam Allardyce has also captured Bolton old boy Abdoulaye Faye for £2 million. That's another one that we've flagged up for you in Football Spy for a couple of weeks now. Former Blackburn striker Shefki Kuki, he's gone to Fulham on a season-long loan from Crystal Palace. And Birmingham, they've pulled off a coup, landing the 25-year-old Spanish playmaker Borja Ubina on a season-long loan from Celta Vigo. Now, all that has happened in the last hour as the climax to what has been an amazing day of transfer activity. Things started early this morning when Glenn Johnson moved from Chelsea to Pompey for £5 million. Curtis Davis then smashed Villa's transfer record, moving for £10 million from West Brom. Ha, 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 ha. Gary O'Neill eventually moved from Portsmouth to Borough for £5 million. That's probably another transfer coming through now. That move by O'Neill funded Papa Bouba Diop's move from Fulham to Fratton Park, and Danny Murphy, he made his customary deadline day move, this time from Spurs to Fulham. Sol Ki-hyun, the winger, he went to Fulham as well from Reading. What is Lawrie Sanchez going to do with all of these players? And Liam Rosenior helped him out a bit by going the other way, moving from Craven Cottage to the Medeski Stadium. Now, we've wanted to do this all day, but you've sent us so many suggestions that we've held off until now. But here is Football Spy's guide to the best and worst transfers of 2007. At number 1, Rocky Santa Cruz, Blackburn from Bayern Munich. £3.5 million, hit 2 goals in 3 games since arriving. His debut goal against Borough came with his first touch, a brilliant signing by Mark Hughes. Number 2, Andrew Voronin, Liverpool, free transfer from Bayern Munich. Already scored goals in pre-season, the Champions League and the Premiership. Looks quality. Number 3, Elano, £8 million from Man City from Shakhtar Donetsk. Cost less than Nigel Rio-Coker went to Aston Villa for. Florian Malouda at number 4, Chelsea from Lyon for £13.5 million, a superb player. And at number 5, Rolando Bianchi, Man City from Regina, £8.8 million, hit 18 goals in struggling Serie A last season. A good deal. As for the worst, well, there were so many we didn't know where to start, but we'll start with Kenwyne Jones. Southampton rejected £5 million for him from Derby. He went on strike. Sunderland came in with £6 million. Jones promptly left. Afterwards, Southampton boss George Burley said he was the new Didier Drogba. Drogba must be laughing his socks off. Meadows at number 2, Middlesbrough trumped Sunderland, Birmingham and several others and paid £6.8 million for him. That's £2.3 million more than Spurs bought him for, even though they couldn't give him away. You know what we think already. Overweight, underachieving and attitude issues. Number 3 is Michael Chopra, Cardiff to Sunderland for £5 million. How on earth is a striker who scored 1 goal in the Premiership worth £5 million? Forget the fact that he scored against Spurs in his opening game and against Birmingham. He was worth £500,000 a year ago. He hasn't improved that much. At number 4, Kieran Dyer. It is sad that he's injured, but still, appalling behaviour by Newcastle to agree a £6 million fee for him, then hike up the price when West Ham looked to seal the deal. All that money now wiped out as he's out for the season. Number 5 is our old friend Curtis Davis. Lovely chap, but £10 million. Any manager that pays that much for the West Brom defender has to be a mug. He's a lovely boy, but just not worth that amount of money. Number 6 is David Nugent, Preston to Portsmouth. We knew he was overpriced at £5.5 million. Harry Redknapp confirmed earlier this week when he confirmed that he would listen to offers for the striker who made only 5 appearances for him. Now then, the big game later today is at Old Trafford. Roy Keane, Man U's former skipper, makes his first visit back to his old stamping ground since taking Sunderland into the Premiership. It's a match that has all the makings of a classic, and you can see it on Setanta Sports 1, on Freeview, Sky, Virgin Media and BT Vision. The action gets underway from 4:30, and you can see that match and up to 46 other games for just £9.99 a month with no contract to sign for. You can even win yourself a Freeview box and a year's subscription to Setanta Sports in our competition. Check out mirror.co.uk/deadline day. Now then, after a frenetic final day of the transfer window at the Daily Mirror and here on Football Spy Online, let's end the series how we began way back in June with a look at the morning papers. In the Daily Mirror, Pompey rescue outcast Glenn Johnson saying here that he's going to prove Jose Mourinho wrong for showing him the door at Stamford Bridge. In the Daily Express, Harry Redknapp here saying what we've been saying here on Football Spy all summer, that English players cost too much. You only have to look at the £10 million signing of Curtis Davis by Aston Villa for proof of that. Harry Redknapp getting Glenn Johnson here for what looks to be a bargain, £4 million for Portsmouth. In the Times, Gary Jacobs' story here, Aston Villa having a £7 million offer for the Benfica right-back Nelson Marcos turned down as the final day really did hot up. And in the Daily Mail, Simon Jones' story here saying that Adriano was about to move to West Ham before he changed his mind. West Ham, however, so desperate to land him that they were willing to match his £125,000 a week wages. Wonder what that would have done for the Upton Park dressing room. But that's all we have time for the series here on Football Spy Online. My thanks to Ian Hepburn, Patrick, our cameraman, has done a fantastic job, and all the people at the Daily Mirror who've worked so hard to make Football Spy happen. But most of all, thanks to you for watching on the Daily Mirror's website and on YouTube. We'll see you next time here on Football Spy Online.